Welcome to the Tradies in Business podcast with your hosts Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Divert your phone and grab a brew as Waz and Nic unpack tips, tales, secrets and stuff-ups from guests both inside and outside your trade, helping educate and inspire you to break the cycle of gut-busting and money stress and create a true trade business.
You've all just missed out on hearing Warwick sing. Good morning, listeners. Happy Monday. I don't know if you're listening in the morning or the afternoon, but
happy
feels like morning to me.
Monday. And if you're listening to this on a Wednesday, happy Wednesday. And if you're listening to this on a Thursday, happy Thursday. And if you're listening to this on any other day ending in Y,
that'll do. Happy gay.
That could have gotten really annoying.
I think it already did.
And if they're listening to this on a Monday, they're like, thanks for ruining my Monday, was.
Yeah, thanks for reminding me it's only Monday.
Yes. But what a fantastic day to be alive, Coxie, a Monday.
Hey, I love Mondays. I never used to, but I do really dig Mondays now, especially when I've come back so refreshed.
Well, we hope you have, because we're cheating and pre-recording this, listeners. Now, look, Coxie did take a road trippy weekend away, and I'm going to assume she came back as we record this episode before she leaves. So you better come back, Coxie.
How terrible would that be if you set this to go live, you just put it up there and forget about it, and something went wrong on my trip and I did not return?
Holy moly. Don't do that.
Terrible. No, I'll be fine.
Say
don't worry.
Thing. What do you have to do to cancel that out? Cancel.
I just knocked on wood. I'll be fine. I'll be home.
Hang on, just knock on my head. But Mondays are cool, and I know you've talked about loving Mondays before, you weirdo.
I do.
And part of that is getting ready for the week ahead and looking at what's to come. And so we thought
nice, Chuck Norris.
we would talk about not just what's coming up for the week when you do that every Monday, listeners, but what's coming up for the quarter and the year. We're about to tick over a new financial year. Isn't that exciting?
It's got to be, well, I don't know whether the financial year is different, but the next 6 months surely have to be, I'm not going to say better because that tempts fate, but they're going to be very different to the first six. Let's put it that way.
Based on the last 6 months, Coxie, I'm not making any predictions about what's likely to happen between now and Christmas.
How true.
However, planning is a critical part of running a business, of getting results in anything really. If you want a good road trip, you probably should have some sort of a plan. I did a road trip in the USA a bunch of years ago, and the friends that we were traveling with thought it would be fun. Well, my mate thought it would be a great idea if we could just not plan this 3-day leg of the trip. And I remember, it'd be so cool. You remember seeing those shows where people just roll into this town and, they negotiate accommodation somewhere and they eat this amazing meal and all that. It didn't really turn out like that.
I bet it didn't.
What ended up happening instead was there was a minivan with 4 adults and 2 children, one of which was 9 months old, and it was 7:30 at night, coming down the west coast of the USA, and everyone was hungry and tired and pissed off. The baby was screaming because it wanted to be fed. Someone had shat their pants. I'm not sure who that was.
Whether it was the baby or the
and nothing was open. There were these little tin pot towns that we rolled through. There was no accommodation anywhere. And I said, okay, I'm calling this. I'm pulling over when we've got mobile coverage, cell service, and we're finding the next town ahead, and I'm going to ring ahead and book some damn thing. We rolled into the town at it was nearly 9 p.m. And fortunately, they agreed to cook us a meal at the motel, got the baby fed and all that. It's that is the last time I'm doing, particularly in a foreign country, that is the last time I'm doing anything unplanned like that. So I like a good plan, Coxie.
I'm a bit of a planner, as you well know. You've seen my wall diary and my online calendar and my diary on my desk. I have plans for every minute of every day almost, because it means I get stuff done. because I have a direction and it shows me where to go, which is probably the point of what we're trying to come to here, isn't it? Are we ready to? Can we insert a drum roll here? That's terrible.
Okay. So to help you out, listeners, to plan your business/life for the next 90 days, really, we're going to focus on 3 months because that's probably about all most of us can wrap our heads around at the moment, or maybe 3 minutes. And things are changing so rapidly that it probably doesn't make sense to plan for a full 12 months in great detail because you're going to be changing it a fair bit. So to help you plan out your next 3 months, Tradies in Business is running a 90-day planning event. We call that TIB90. Tradies in Business 90.
I think we didn't talk about that, but I like it. TIB90. Yes, please.
Hashtag TIB90. So you can be a part of TIB90 for the incredibly large sum of money of nothing.
Zip.
Zero.
Nada.
So this is your opportunity to do things a little differently. This is your opportunity to create that business and life plan that you know you probably should do, that you wish you had done, that maybe you've done once before and thought it was a good idea and then put it in the bottom drawer and never looked at it again. Whatever it is, we are going to facilitate an online session for you, listeners. For our clients will be there, our drawing board clients, our trade desk subscribers, our one-on-one tradiepreneur coaching clients are going to be there, and Coxie and I are going to lead you through planning your next 3 months in business.
Let's talk about what that looks like, because for a lot of people, I think they could be scratching their heads and thinking, I don't really understand what this means.
Bat poo.
How do I find the value in that? What's that going to do for me and my business? Well, it's like going on a trip with no destination, or trying to steer a boat without a steering wheel or a ruddery
Ship
thing.
without a rudder. Oh my gosh, you went there.
I did. You can't get to where you want to go if you don't know where you're going. And so the idea of a planning session is to get some good plans around where you might like to be. So it might be that you want to be able to get one afternoon off a week for you to work on the business. So you're trying to find a way to put the value into your business so that you can take 4 hours off once a week to work on the business. Or it might be that you want to increase your turnover or revenue by $10,000 or $50,000 or $3,000. It's looking at ways in which you can improve the business so that can happen. Or it might be that you want to work out what your gross profit margin is. Or it might be that you need to create a sales process because you're sick and tired of tire kickers. The idea behind the planning session is that we put down on paper this one thing that we know that we need to do in the next 90 days. And then we help you find the steps involved to make that actually happen. So it might be that you need to break that down into 3 steps of, we'll go to the increasing your revenue. We need to look at a marketing plan. We need to look at increasing our rates, and we need to look at decreasing some of our expenditure. So we'll help you find those steps. We'll help you get them down onto paper and create some firm plans around when and how you're going to do that for you and your business. Because if you don't, you won't do it. Because like anything else that's on our to-do list, if it's just in our head, it rarely gets done. But when we start to take action and move forward and make plans around how we're going to get these things done, you know what? Miraculously, very often they get done. And that change in your business can mean good things for you.
And it's a bit of easy accountability too, because there'll be other people on the session that will be more than happy to keep you accountable to making change. I think the big one, Coxie, is that a lot of people want to change. They know they probably should change, or there's an opportunity to change. Some of it is not having the steps to change, but some of it is not, I guess, having it laid out on paper. We can talk on this podcast, as we have for more than 100,000 downloads and more than 300 episodes, about change. Everything about this podcast is about making change. And yet I guarantee that most of you listening probably haven't changed very much at all in the last 3 months about how you run your business. Well done to any of you who have. But whichever camp you're in, if you want to make change, then putting a plan on paper is an excellent way to increase the likelihood that you will do the things that are going to change your results. So it doesn't have to be complicated. Most of our clients' action plans fit on one page, and it's not a page the size of your lounge room wall. It's an A4 page, maybe A3 if you write a lot of stuff. But they're simple, and they should be simple so that you can follow them and execute on them, implement the stuff. So whether that's, getting a bus ad with your ugly mug on the back of the buses on the Gold Coast, or not that I'm saying he's got an ugly mug, by the way.
I know, you might have just put your foot right in it there.
Oh, he can handle it. Or if it's mapping out your entire sales and production process, as one of our tradiepreneur clients is working on at the moment, you will identify what the chunky, valuable actions are that need to be done over the next few months to make change. Not to just add new stuff for the sake of it, which is what a lot of business plans look like. This is just taking action around making change. So Coxie and I are making this free for the first go-round. It is online. It's video. You'll have the opportunity to speak, get involved, chat to a bunch of other trade business owners, hear about what other people are doing that's working. We're aiming to make this quite positive and motivating. We might even do some rah-rahing, Coxie. I'll bring the pom-poms and, we can do some backflips and stuff. But basically, it's just a bit of positive sharing. If you're missing a bit of positive energy in your life, register for the web session. You'll have to register and pop your email in so we can send you all the links. But yeah, head over to the Facebook page. Facebook group, we'll share a link in there, and for our Trade Desk members, we'll share a link for them. Now, this is something that we generally only offer to our high-level members. Generally, it's our tradiepreneurs or our Trade Desk members, our drawing board members that receive this for free. However, we've decided to celebrate the end of the first half of this very ordinary year. Which can go and eat a box of bananas. Oh, can't it just? We're going to make it free for everybody to come and join us, because there's a couple of things here. We want to see you planning and dreaming and taking some action in your business. We want to see you come positively out of this very weird time in any way that you possibly can. We want that for you as trade business owners. And we also want you to have the opportunity to come work with us for an afternoon and see what it's actually like. So that you can then, I'm going to be really sneaky here and say you'll still have 4 days left that you can join the Trade Desk for free. After that, if you've not joined previously, you can join up for free. You can take advantage of the first month for free, get some extra value from what we're offering in the 90-day session. And then after that, we're going back to our normal business model of charging for the Trade Desk, $49 a month for each and every month. So now is the time for you to take that first step towards some good, actionable change that will make your life and your business better. So, no excuses. Planning, everybody knows they should do it. Everybody thinks it sucks. We're going to make it suck less so that you suck less too. And we're making it free. So, plan to plan. Plan to join us for action. What a mouthful. Furthermore, what a mouthful of wank words. I reckon. We'll finish off the afternoon with drinks. So we will start, I think we decided at 1 o'clock on a Friday afternoon. The session will take 2 to 3 hours. It's a pretty chunky period of time you need to put aside, but there is so much value in it. You'll be scratching your head and wondering why you've never done it before. And then we're going to finish up with the social networking drinks. So we'll have some breakout rooms if necessary. So like-minded trades or like trades can get together if you want to have a chat with, another fellow electrician in a different state. That'll be the place to do that. Or we can have a big round chat together, a bit of a social time. The idea is just like we would have been doing these in person, which was the entire idea of our business this year, was to take these all up and down the eastern states of Australia. We're going to do them online. And that means that more of you can come. Yeah, more accessible. Yeah, you'll leave feeling excited and pumped up and ready to take action in your business. And you don't have to battle through Sydney or Melbourne traffic at 6 o'clock on a Friday afternoon.
And neither do I have to get on a plane as much as I like flying. At the moment, I don't want to fly anywhere.
No, I don't
This is
miss
win-win for everyone.
air travel at all.
I love flying.
Airports suck.
No, I love them.
Well, you'll just have to think fondly about airports, Coxie, for a long time, I suspect.
Seems that way. All right. Well, we look forward to seeing you there. Don't forget, come find it on Facebook and sign up, register, so that you will be sent the link and the necessary paperwork that you'll need to help you move forward.
Now, go plan your week if you're listening to this on a Monday, and if you're not, too bad. Have a great rest of your day. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll talk to you in our next episode of the Tradies in Business Podcast.
Hooroo.
Hooroo.
You've been listening to the Tradies in Business podcast with Warwick Bidwell and Nicole Cox. Find out more about today's guest, tools for your trade business, and other cool stuff at tradiesinbusiness.com.au.